Christmas, the season of joy, family, peace on earth, and historically, public riots, home invasions, demon goats, and children being kidnapped by folklore creatures. Yes, Christmas used to be less ho 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 and more, why is there a man with horns in my house? Today we're uncovering the weirdest Christmas facts from history, the traditions so strange, so unsettling, that modern Christmas had to quietly pretend they never happened. So grab some cocoa, lock your doors, and remember, Santa is not the weirdest thing that shows up in December. Christmas used to be illegal. Let's start strong. At several points in history, Christmas was banned. Yes, illegal, forbidden. No carols, no feasts, no vibes. December 25th wasn't a holiday. It was just another workday, but colder and with more judgment. In 17th century England, the Puritans decided Christmas was too fun, which to them counted as a moral emergency. They believed the holiday encouraged drinking, gambling, singing, and joy, activities they viewed with deep suspicion. Christmas wasn't holy enough, too pagan, and frankly, enjoying yourself was a red flag. So authorities cracked down. Shops were forced to stay open. Soldiers patrolled streets to stop illegal cheer. And in colonial Boston, celebrating Christmas between 1659 and 1681 could get you fined. Imagine getting arrested, not for crime, but for celebrating turkey too enthusiastically. Christmas riots were a thing. Ironically, banning Christmas didn't make people calmer. It made them feral. When celebrations were restricted, people didn't stop. They simply saved it all up and released it at once, like a historical pressure cooker. In medieval and early modern Europe, Christmas often turned into weeks of chaos. People drank nonstop. Masked mobs roamed the streets. Property damage was considered festive. What we'd now call rioting, they called holiday spirit. In some places, servants ruled over masters during Christmas. Social order was temporarily canceled, like a medieval purge, but with mulled wine. Rules vanished, authority flipped, and everyone pretended this was healthy tradition. By the 1800s, things hadn't improved. In New York, Christmas riots became so violent that police forces were expanded just to survive December. Modern policing, in part, exists because people couldn't behave during Christmas. Christmas spirit, but make it violent. Santa used to be terrifying. Modern Santa Claus is jolly, friendly, and legally required to be comforting. He laughs a lot. He gives gifts. He has excellent PR. Historical Santa? Absolutely not. In parts of Europe, St. Nicholas judged children brutally. Good kids got gifts. Bad kids got threatened. This wasn't encouragement. It was behavioral surveillance with consequences. Santa wasn't watching to encourage good behavior. He was watching like a parole officer with magical jurisdiction. Obedience wasn't optional. It was Christmas policy. Krampus, Christmas's demon problem. Speaking of threats, meet Krampus. Half goat, half demon. Full-time Christmas nightmare. Because apparently one judgmental gift giver wasn't enough. Krampus comes from Alpine folklore, where he punished naughty children by whipping them with sticks, or if he was feeling festive, dragging them straight to hell. Subtle messaging was not part of the tradition, and people didn't just believe in Krampus, they became Krampus. Men dressed in demon costumes, wore horns, rang chains, and terrorized villages in the name of Christmas discipline. Even today, Krampusnacht festivals keep the tradition alive. Grown adults run through streets in demon costumes while drinking aggressively. It's Christmas, but everyone's screaming, voluntarily. Christmas gifts used to be practical and sad. Forget PlayStations. Historical Christmas gifts were deeply unexciting. No gadgets, no toys, no joy-based budgeting. Just items that said, "We love you, but also please improve." Children received essentials, socks, religious books. Moral lectures disguised as presents, because nothing builds holiday spirit like accountability. Sometimes gifts were symbolic reminders to behave better next year. Not rewards, warnings. Nothing says Christmas joy like self-reflection and wool scratching your ankles. The idea of spoiling children with toys didn't become common until the 19th century. Before that, Christmas was about survival, not serotonin. Happiness was optional. Warmth was the real luxury. Christmas trees were once considered pagan. Christmas trees, beloved today, suspicious historically. Now they're wholesome centerpieces. Back then, spiritual red flags standing in your living room. Early Christians saw trees as pagan symbols tied to nature worship and pre-Christian rituals. Some churches actively discouraged them, fearing the tree was getting more attention than the sermon. Even in Germany, where Christmas trees eventually became popular, critics complained they distracted from religion. Apparently, an evergreen was a gateway decoration. Now we decorate trees with lights, ornaments, and capitalism. No arguments, no sermons, just vibes, credit card debt, and pine needles everywhere. Progress. Christmas carols were once drunken street songs. Caroling didn't start politely. Early carolers went door to door demanding food and drink. Refusal was frowned upon. Think of it as medieval extortion, but with harmonies and bad breath. Some songs were rowdy, some were threatening, some were basically threats disguised as melody. "Nice house you have there" would be a shame if we kept singing. Caroling wasn't about spreading joy. It was about survival, warm food, coins, or at least a stiff drink. Holiday cheer came with a hint of intimidation, and refusal was socially complicated. Christmas wasn't always about family. For much of history, Christmas wasn't intimate. It was communal, public, loud. Basically, think block party meets chaos with extra judgment. Large feasts with strangers, neighbors, and social obligations dominated the holiday. You didn't spend the day with just your family. You spent it with everyone, whether you liked it or not. Consider it a social endurance marathon, holiday edition. Quiet family Christmas mornings are a surprisingly modern invention. Historically, Christmas was less quality time and more mandatory social endurance test. Congratulations! Survival skills were required before unwrapping presents. Kissing under mistletoe wasn't romantic. Mistletoe looks harmless, cute, festive, hanging politely in doorways like it has good intentions. Historically, it absolutely did not. This plant wasn't chosen because it was pretty. It was chosen because people thought it was powerful and slightly dangerous. In ancient European traditions, mistletoe symbolized fertility, authority, and control. It was believed to influence love, reproduction, and fate itself, which explains why people took it way too seriously. Standing under mistletoe wasn't cute. It meant you were part of a ritual whether you agreed or not. Kissing under mistletoe wasn't optional. Refusing a kiss was believed to bring bad luck, broken relationships, or long-term misfortune. So people didn't lean in because they felt romantic. They leaned in because ancient superstition was standing behind them, arms crossed. Nothing says holiday cheer like supernatural peer pressure. Over time, the fear faded, but the tradition survived. The ritual softened into something playful. The pressure turned into tradition. But that uncomfortable pause under mistletoe, that's the echo of centuries when saying no wasn't an option. So yes, that awkward mistletoe moment today, it's not modern discomfort, it's historical baggage with leaves. So yes, Christmas is cozy now, but only because centuries of chaos, demons, riots, and moral panic slowly burned away. Modern Christmas didn't appear naturally. It was negotiated, sanitized, and heavily rebranded. So when someone says Christmas traditions are timeless, just remember, at one point Christmas involved public disorder and a horned demon punishing children. Sleep well. Merry Christmas.